Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt, hold on tight. You're in for one crazy, epically cool, amazing, and super awesome ride tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. Tonight we have with us racing superstar, Mr. Kooper. How's it going, Kooper?
Good.
So, Kooper, let's talk about your racing career. Where did it all begin for you?
Where did it all begin?
Yes.
So it started off at Sweetwater Speedway in Rock
Okay.
Springs, in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Okay.
So how it began, it didn't go well. Well, when it started, because I almost flipped and I went off the track.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, that was harsh.
Yeah. So, Kooper, how long before you started getting some success with your racing career?
How much success?
How long before it took you to get to that point?
Uh, just 2 practices.
2 practices. Okay. So, Kooper, how much success have you had as a race car driver right now?
A lot of success. 3 successes. 3 wins.
Okay. So, okay, Kooper, with your racing career, what is your 5-year plan with racing?
Well, to get 10 wins.
Okay. Where do you want to be at in 10 years with your racing career, Kooper?
Get 20 wins and buy me myself a new race car.
Very cool. So, Kooper, with your
Yeah.
racing career, let's talk about the story behind your race car number. Where did that race car number come from?
So, how many eggs are in a dozen?
12?
So, so mine. So, and C stands for chicken. And what are in those eggs? Little baby chickens.
Okay, okay,
That's how I got my racing number.
okay. Very cool, very cool. So, Kooper, with your racing career, who do you have for sponsors on your race car?
So, so, so I have Hatton Enterprises, doTERRA, Prime, and Wright Race Cars.
Okay. So, Kooper Wright, let's talk about, okay, are you still looking for racing sponsors for your racing team?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this and you want to reach out to, going to be watching this, and you want to reach out and help Kooper Wright out, feel free to reach out to Kooper and his dad, Justin, because they'd appreciate the sponsorship on Cooper's race car as he gets further into his racing career. So, Kooper, when you're strapped into your race car, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out there and do what you do?
Me and my dad's talk when I
Okay.
get in the car.
So what kind of advice does your dad give you when you get in the car to pump you up?
To speed up on straightaways and do a lot of throttle control.
Okay. So Kooper, when it comes to your racing career, who is your racing hero? Who is the race car driver you look up to and say, man, I want to be just like that?
Braxton Yeager.
Okay, very cool. Have you ever met Braxton Yeager?
Yes.
Okay. So Kooper, do you have a racing nickname?
Yes.
What is your racing nickname?
Chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Okay, that's a pretty cool nickname there, Kooper. Kooper, do you know what mine is?
What?
I am the Full Throttle rock star.
You're the Full Throttle rock star?
Yes. So, Kooper, with your racing career, what is the worst thing you've had happen to you as a race car driver?
flipping.
Okay. Okay. So Cooper, what is your home racetrack you race on?
Sweetwater Speedway. Rock
Okay. How big is in Rock Springs, Wyoming, right? You said?
Springs.
Okay, so Cooper Wright, how big is Sweetwater Speedway?
It's pretty big. It's bigger than Diamond Mount Speedway, which is my favorite track that I raced on.
So Cooper Wright, okay, your home racetrack is Sweet Springs. What is your favorite racetrack you've raced on?
Diamond Mountain Speedway. And
Okay,
Throttle.
why is that your favorite racetrack, Cooper?
Because the turns are sharper. I like sharp turns.
Okay. So Cooper, who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
Braxton Yeager. The
Okay,
Yeagers.
okay,
The Delps.
okay,
The Millers. Everybody.
okay, yeah. So Cooper Wright, when you're at the racetrack, have you ever had a kid come up and want your autograph?
I'm planning to get my autograph.
Very cool. So Cooper, when it comes to racing and stuff, when you're at the racetrack and you're hungry, what's your favorite thing to eat at the racetrack?
Snow cones.
Snow cones. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. So Cooper, when you're away from the racetrack, what's your favorite restaurant to eat at?
Old Chicago.
And why is Old Chicago your favorite restaurant, Cooper?
Because it's got spaghetti.
Oh, you like spaghetti, huh?
I am very
Yeah,
Italian.
you're very Italian. Okay. Well, Cooper, you know what? I'll tell you what. I like a really good pizza. So I agree with you on the Italian food. How's
That's
that?
great.
So Cooper, um, when it comes to you being away from the racetrack, what's your favorite home cooked meal that your family makes for you?
My brother's mac and cheese.
Ooh, why is that your favorite mac? Why is that your favorite mac and cheese?
Because Colby, he's a good cook.
Oh, okay, very cool. So Cooper, right? When you're away from the racetrack, what do you like to do for fun?
Play with my friends.
Okay. What does your school friends think of you being a race car driver?
My school friends,
Yes.
they aren't race car drivers.
What do they think of you being a race car driver, though? What do they think of you being a race car driver?
They think it's cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So, do some of your school friends come watch you race?
No.
Man, we got to get them to a race to watch you, man.
hmm
So, Cooper, do you have any advice out there for the kids coming up in the racing world?
To do throttle control.
Okay. So, Cooper, I'm going to do something pretty cool right now. I'm going to turn the microphone over to you. You can ask me some questions right now.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to be as a YouTuber?
My favorite thing to be as a YouTuber, I enjoy dealing with the fans and the race car drivers. I tell you what, I love it. I love it.
What is your favorite food away from the racetrack?
You know where I'm going with this, Cooper. I
Yeah,
love pizza, so I love pizza, so I'll give you that one. How's that?
that's okay. Do you have any friends at the racetrack?
I have a lot of friends at the racetrack. I do, Cooper. I do, and it's really cool to be in that type of mode and go to the racetrack and people know who you are. Especially, what's really cool, Cooper, being a YouTuber. I've got a really cool story I got to share with you, Cooper. The first time I actually had somebody ask for my autograph. I was at Walmart a half hour away from where I live at, and some guy walked up to me and he says, "I know who you are." And I'm like, "Sir, that's nice," but I said, "I don't know who you are." He says, "You are that awesome guy that does that racing show on YouTube. I watch you every time you have a new show come up. Can I come across and get your autograph and have my picture taken with you?" And I was like, "Yes, you can, sir."
Okay, so what is your favorite food to eat at the racetrack?
You know what, Cooper? I'll tell you what my favorite thing to eat at the racetrack is. I love a good nachos with meat.
What is the name of the racetrack at in your town?
I have quite a few around me, Cooper. Where I live in the state of Iowa. So between Iowa and southern Minnesota, we have 60 plus racetracks out here.
I I know one of Missouri's racetracks,
What's that?
Lucas Oil Speedway.
Okay, okay. You know what? Okay. Do you want me to give you a list of my top 5 racetracks there,
Yeah.
Cooper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. My top 5 favorite racetracks. Get ready for this one. Number 5, Fairmont Raceway in Fairmont, Minnesota, high banked half mile. Number 4 is Jackson Motorplex in Jackson, Minnesota, because that's a 4/10 mile dirt oval track where they run sprint cars. Number 3, and I've only been there maybe once, and that's Britt. Now here comes number 2 and number 1. They are very close, but there's one slight difference in between the tiebreaker. Number 2, Boone, Iowa, host of the world's largest dirt track race for IMCA competition. It houses, get a hold of this, Cooper, for 7 days, 5 to 6 classes of cars. They get over 1,000 cars there.
Ooh, that's a lot of cars.
And that's in Boone, Iowa. That's host of the IMCA Casey's General Store Boone Super Nationals. Now comes number 1. You know what my number 1 favorite racetrack is, Cooper?
What?
Knoxville Raceway, host of the Knoxville National World of Outlaw Sprint Cars.
That's mine too.
Yes.
Knoxville is
there,
the best.
I was there 2 years in a row for the Knoxville Nationals.
Wow, that's good.
And I'll tell you what, Cooper, I met some pretty big race car drivers down there. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I have met my share of race car drivers in my time, Cooper. I have met Jack Howdenchild, Danny the Dude Lasowski, Sammy Swindell. I have met Joey Saldana,
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kinzer. I've even met Craig Delansky. I have met Dale Blaney, Lance Blevins. He don't race anymore. Stevie Smith, and I've even met Ed Lynch Jr. He's from Pennsylvania. But like I said, and Randy Hannigan, I have met quite a few race car drivers in my time. So my question for you, Cooper, have you ever met a NASCAR driver?
No.
Ooh, Cooper, I have met 5 NASCAR drivers in my time.
Okay.
Do you know who they are?
Who?
Kenny Wallace, Mike Wallace, which is Kenny's brother, Rusty Wallace, which is Mike and Kenny's brother. He's the 1989 NASCAR champion. I've even met Kenny Schrader. And then, you know who the big one is I met, Cooper?
I'm gonna take a guess.
Go ahead.
Kyle Larson.
I have never met Kyle Larson. I would love to. I have met Tony Stewart.
Oh my gosh.
And I've even had my picture taken with Tony Stewart.
Wow, that's great.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I'll tell you what, Kooper, I've even met one of the big names in Lucas Oil late model competition. You know who that is?
It's got to be Jonathan Davenport or Brandon Overton.
Scott Bloomquist.
Oh my gosh. The
Yes.
zero car?
Yes, yes. Yes,
That
I have. I have. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
that's
I've
great.
got I've got a really cool story for you, Kooper, and I'll tell you what, where I'm here, racing is probably pretty prominent around here. Right here where I'm at, I had a guy that went to school to become a mechanic, and he wanted to work on a race car. So he got to fulfill his dream for a while. You know what his dream was?
What?
To move out to Indianapolis and work on a professional racing team. And you know what, Kooper? He got to
Yeah?
work for Don. He got to work for Don the Snake Perdome in a Top Fuel funny car.
Wow. That's great.
And then when he left there, Kooper, get a hold of this. He left drag racing and went and became a front tire changer for Michael Andretti.
That's cool. I even have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
What's your racing number?
My favorite racing number, if I had to have a race car number on my race car, it would be number 51.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what would be my sponsor if I had to pick a sponsor?
What?
Mellow Yellow.
That's Kyle Petty's sponsor.
You know why I picked the 51 Mellow Yellow? Because my favorite movie is Days of Thunder.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Oh, very good NASCAR movie. Yes. So, Kooper, do you have any more questions for me?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay, Kooper, do you have a racing page? Okay, okay, a couple other questions for you. Who helps work on your race car, Kooper?
So, well, my crew chief is Caden Wright. I have two spotters. So, one of them is my grandpa,
Okay,
which his name is Kevin.
okay,
And then we have Jeremy.
okay.
And my tire changers are my are Sean Augustini and my dad.
Very cool, Kooper. So, Kooper, do you have anybody else you would like to help thank for helping you out with your racing career?
Yes. This is one that these are two that I like.
Okay,
The Jaegers
okay,
and Hatton Enterprises, Dalton Hatton.
okay. So, Kooper, do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
They can follow me they can follow me on my dad's Facebook page.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be out here watching this racing show and you want to follow Kooper Wright in his racing career, reach out to Justin Wright because Kooper is doing some pretty amazing things behind the wheel there. So, Kooper, I want to thank you for being on the racing show with me tonight, talking to us about your racing career and getting to know you a little bit better. So, Kooper, do you have any last things you want to say to the racing fans before I let you go?
For all of you for watching this video.
Thank you very much, Kooper. Thank you very much, Kooper. So, Kooper, I'll let you step out and I will call you a little bit to thank you in person. I'm going to give a little racing news update and then I will call you, okay?
Okay.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kooper Wright, race car driver extraordinaire. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, racing news wise, go hit up the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. Right? Just filming my racing show on Racing Show. But yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, go hit up the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. And go, if you'd like to sponsor my racing show or be a part of my racing show, feel free to uh, email me at jjnolan151@gmail.com or call or text me at 712-209-7138. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, racing news wise, it's just been an action packed week. Racing news wise, out of the racing show, I have a new co-host, and his name is Oliver. He's going to be do some pretty amazing things on this side of things. Definitely, Oliver Schultz is his name. Very, very awesome kid. I'll tell you what, I even met up with some of the big names in INCA announcing this last week. It was pretty amazing to sit down and talk to them at the racetrack. Jerry Van Sickle and also Wade Unger. And also, ladies and gentlemen, definitely, as far as racing goes, racing season starting to wind down. They have that big race at Plessis this week called the Bull Ring Nationals. Go check that out if you get a chance. Definitely, we're working on some pretty big things with the racing show. So I would like to, thank everybody for being a part of this. And, going into the rest of the season, it's going to be pretty cool to see where everything goes. Yes. But yeah, it's really, really kind of cool to see where this is going to go and grow. But as far as other news wise, ladies and gentlemen, definitely Chris Paulsrock is driving a C57 stock car now, which is pretty cool to see that. And also, definitely Carter Evans is working on the learning curve in that 154 stock car. We'll see where that goes. Hopefully, he can gain some success out of that. I hope he can because he's going to do some amazing things behind the wheel of that car. Bruce Bonison was back racing at Spencer, so Bruce Bonison, that's quite interesting to see him back behind the wheel, along with Jay Notaboom in the 7N modified, and then also, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Roger Tripp was racing a stock car down there also. And then another one that has come back to dirt track racing. And here is a really cool story. Jake Masters in the number 11 stock car. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the racing news I got for you right now. Feel free to go press like on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on Facebook. Go share it out. Go share it with your friends. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. I would like to thank my sponsors, Manning Motorsports, Dirt Track Race Cars. Go hit up Dirt Track Race Cars in Estoril for all of their brand new diecast that they've got out. They have a 8D Doug Wolfgang car, 164. They have a number 8 Doug Wolfgang orange car that he drove in 1990. So go hit that up. Also, ladies and gentlemen, go hit up Dirt Track Race Cars because they also have a 1N Nance sprint car that Sammy Swindell drove back in the early 80s. And they also have some other ones coming out. They have the number 29 Weikert Doug Wolfgang car coming out, but there's also some other ones going to be coming out too. So go hit up Dirt Track Race Cars in Estoril, Iowa for all your racing diecast needs. And also, I'd like to thank the New England Hemophilia Association. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Catch you later on another episode of the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show #1 on YouTube. And I will see you later and continue living life at full throttle.